Somewhere in your mouth, a tooth may be trying to arrive that there is no room for. You feel it as an ache at the back of the jaw, maybe swelling. Maybe a dentist's x-ray showing a molar lying sideways, wedged against its neighbor, going nowhere. Why does your body even bother making this tooth? It arrives last, usually between 17 and 25, which is exactly why it got its name. Old enough, supposedly, to have gained some wisdom by the time it shows up. But wisdom teeth are not a design flaw. They are a memo from an older version of you that never got updated. Here is what changed. For most of human history, jaws were bigger. Not because ancient humans were bigger, but because their food fought back. Raw roots, tough, fibrous meat, uncooked plants that needed real, repeated grinding before they were worth swallowing. A childhood spent chewing like that builds a wide, long jaw, the same way a childhood of running barefoot builds tougher feet. A wide jaw has room for 32 teeth, wisdom teeth included, with space left over. Then, around 1.9 million years ago, something changed the maths. Fire. The anthropologist Richard Wrangham has argued that cooking was one of the single biggest turning points in human evolution. Cooked food is softer. It is already partly broken down before it reaches your teeth. Chewing became easier, which meant jaws no longer needed to grow as wide to do the same job. Thousands of generations later, farming made it easier again. Then processing. Then the modern diet of bread, pasta, and food soft enough to barely need teeth at all. Your jaw, like any structure the body builds on demand, responded to that lighter workload by growing smaller. There is direct evidence for this, not just theory. In the 1980s, the researcher Robert Corricini compared the jaws and teeth of communities eating traditional, tough diets with those eating a modern, softened one. The soft diet groups had dramatically higher rates of crowded, impacted teeth. Same genes, different chewing, different outcome. Jaw size, it turns out, is not fixed at birth. It is shaped by how hard you worked it as a child. So the jaw got the message and shrank. Nobody told the teeth. Tooth number did not evolve downward at anything like the same speed as jaw size shrank. You still grow a full set, wisdom teeth included, on a jaw built for a smaller crowd. The third molars arrive last, into a space that was already full before they showed up, which is exactly why they jam, tilt, and impact so often in people eating a modern diet. Is evolution actually catching up? Slowly, yes. Genetic studies have found that a meaningful share of people, in some populations over a third, never develop one or more wisdom teeth at all. It is controlled partly by genes like PAX9 and MSX1, and researchers increasingly think this is early-stage natural selection in progress. A tooth with no reliable room to land is a tooth evolution has quietly started phasing out. Not through some grand plan, simply because the people who never grow impacted, infection-prone molars have, on average, fewer complications passed down the line. It is not only crowding that makes this dangerous. Wisdom teeth grow last, right at the back of the jaw, close to nerves and sinus cavities that earlier teeth never had to negotiate around. An impacted molar does not just ache. It can trap bacteria in a pocket no toothbrush can reach, which is exactly why so many extractions happen before real infection sets in, not after. Other primates rarely suffer this problem the way modern humans do. A chimpanzee, still chewing tough, fibrous, uncooked food every day, keeps the jaw-widening workout going throughout life. Its wisdom teeth generally erupt into all the room they need. The impaction crisis is not a human tooth problem. It is a soft food problem, and humans are the only great ape who cooked their way out of the diet that used to build the space. Which raises the obvious question, why not just wait for evolution to finish the job? Because evolution runs on a timescale of tens of thousands of years, and your jaw needs to work this century. In the meantime, roughly 5 million wisdom tooth extractions happen every year in the United States alone. Most are not emergencies. They are preemptive, because a dentist can see on a scan that there simply is not enough room. And an impacted tooth left alone can crowd its neighbors or turn into infection later. So next time someone tells you wisdom teeth are pointless, remember they are not pointless. They are on time. It is the jaw around them that changed the appointment. Your ancestor's jaw was built for a harder job than yours will ever have to do. Now you know.